So what up, everybody? It's Bearded So True Q in the building. Bearded, this is the true Q in the building. This is what, if you are a West in my family, this is what you're supposed to look like. This is the epitome of a man. Like Samson had his hair and his locks where he garnered and drew his power from. If you're a West, you draw your power from having an iconic beard. This is gonna be gone in a matter of days. But anyway, man, I had to jump on and let y'all know, like, I have to give y'all reflections of my meditation. It was crazy. My meditation last night was crazy. I want to make this video really quick, but I want to come in with some energy and let y'all know that everybody, if you are not currently meditating, you should be meditating. I just got out of the gym, so I might be a little hyped up off my pre-workout. Yes, I'm still working out. I have shot a crap ton video this week, and I'm currently in the process of editing that, but I wanted to pop on and share with y'all a portion of, like, what I experienced in these past few days. So there's somebody in my family that is right now dealing with not COVID, but dealing with an illness that they haven't ever had to deal with. And part of what I do is I've been looking for my whole story with finding alternative foods and diets and ways of healing stem from the passing of my grandmother, and she passed from cancer. And it put me on this path to figure out why some people survive and why some people don't, and why at the time chemo was the only answer. And I started to learn about food and health, and then I started learning about mentality, and then I started learning about quantum physics, and then I started learning about Eastern medicine, then I started learning about Ayurvedic medicine, then I started learning about meditation and its intertwinings with prayer and the Christianity and other religions. And I was like, man, there's gotta be a common thread through all of these things that is the truth. And here we are with meditation. I had a meditation last night that started around 10 o'clock and it lasted for a little over an hour. And I meditated in close proximity to this person. And what I was trying to do, normally I do a guided meditation, right? And I do a guided meditation to center myself, and then I go into a meditation into manifesting what I want out of life and what I want, the good I want to see in the world, right? So I went into this meditation without a guided meditation. So I literally just sat there and I focused on muting all of my senses: sight, touch, smell, hearing, tasting, all of that. I muted all my 5 senses. And I wanted to get to something that is what I call the 0 point, which is what I talk about in the War at Birth in the beginning. The point of pure potential, where you're connected to the source, where you're nothing but everything at the same time. You just have to choose a potential, because quantum physics teaches us that every possible possibility exists at any given moment. You just have to observe it to bring it into the physical reality with the right marrying of thought and feeling and emotion. So I got there. But when I got there, it wasn't what I expected. My body started vibrating. I've had this happen before, but I didn't know what it was. I now know what it is. My body started vibrating. I felt electrified. I felt as if I was just pure energy, and a part of me felt like it was work to be a human, like in my body. Part of me felt like my body is a bit of a hindrance in a way, like I was pure soul, pure spirit. So in that moment, I created a vision in my head, and Neville Goddard talks about some of this stuff too. I created a vision in my head where there is a realm outside of even the 3rd and 4th dimension, going into the 5th dimension. I created a realm where there is a black void in which imagination, pure imagination emanates, and you are able to select a real picture of what you want to bring into the physical world. So what I did is I visualized this person that has this illness being in better health than they were before they got sick. And once I connected with the feeling of joy and happiness, and I got in an altered state of this being a reality, this person is healed, there's no question. Once I felt that just a little bit, I magnified it. I took it from here to here. I took it from here to here. I took it from there to there. Meaning, let's think about states of happiness. A job promotion, man, you're happy. But if you get a job promotion and extra vacation days, wow, that's even crazier. But on top of that, imagine having your first child and being excited about it. That's a whole nother joy you can't imagine. But imagine that child getting older and telling you that they love you and they appreciate appreciate everything you've done for them for their entire lives. That's a bigger press into that emotion, that happiness. And what happens is you expand this feeling to a point to where it feels more real than reality. And that's what I did in this moment. I made an imaginal thought, an imaginal act more real than reality. And I made it I magnified it to a point to where I could not physically bear what it was making me feel. I felt parts of my body were twitching. I was just feeling electrified. That's what it felt like. I've never been electrocuted, but this is what I felt like it would feel like. And when I got to the point where I felt like my body couldn't handle it anymore, I actually was kind of smiling. And I recognized at that point, I need to cut it off. So I cut it off completely. And by cutting it off at the height of the emotion, I believe, based on what I've studied and what I've learned, you cut it off at the height of the emotion and you send that out into the field as your objective and observed reality before it is actualized. If you do that, you do not leave space for doubt. You do not leave space for anything else but that reality to make its way into your physical realm. Even if you were to think about the opposite of it during your waking hours, it's done. It's a reality. End of story. And I believe that's how we are supposed to pray. You're supposed to believe that it is done. But there's a formula. And my whole life is surrounded around finding this formula to manifest heaven on earth for myself and the people around me. And I'm hyped up because just talking about it, I can feel that emotion all over again and that reality all over again. And the report right now is that person is feeling way better, like way better. And so this is a powerful testimony. It's just one small bit of what I've been able to do with this. And I'm getting closer and closer to being able to make this something that will open up doors and opportunity in my life that I may have never even thought possible. Meditation is a cheat code, man. Meditation is a cheat code. Meditation and prayer is a cheat code. Don't get it twisted. There's a way to do this. There's a way to have what you want on earth. I've heard plenty of stories, and I've manifested money, cars, opportunity like that by doing this, but not having the formula of knowing how to doing it. And it all hinges on surrendering. You got to learn how to surrender. And that's the hardest part for us because we've been rooted in a base thought and a carnal thought and a lower vibrational, I hate using that, but a lower vibrational thinking that causes us to look at the physical world more than the spiritual world, when the spiritual is what controls it, right? Like at the end of the day, you can control television with a remote, but without the batteries, which the batteries and the inner workings of that remote, which is what you cannot see, is what actually controls that television. So you've got to make sure the battery and the inner workings are intact, or you're not going to be able to make change. That might be a sloppy analogy, but understand, there is a battery that controls our reality, that controls what we see and what we experience, and we have to know how to address that before we can have what we want on this earth. Guys, be strong, have faith. This stuff is real. I'm going through it. It's real. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I got plenty of videos coming. I've been recording the business practices, meditation, and my workouts for the past 2 weeks, but I want to drop in and just give y'all a quick little update. It's a lot of editing, but we're gonna do it, and it's only gonna get better. So I appreciate y'all for being here. I hope this video wasn't too long. Stay rooted in your true identity. Understand that what you want, what you say, and what you think does come to fruition in the real world. You are more powerful than they want you to believe. I'm telling y'all, once y'all realize this and y'all feel it in a real way, man, game changer, life changer, world changer. Till next time, peace.